I'm delighted to be here with you today to unveil the Renault Scénic Vision, a new concept car. And there's three levels of understanding of this object, actually. The exterior design is a teasing of a future production car, which we will launch in 2024. The interior is looking further into the future about how the cockpits could evolve according to the evolution of the experiences and what people will want to do on board. And the energy we use for this concept car is a mix of electric and hydrogen, hence exploring the possible energies for the future. As a company, we need to be ready and explore all possibles for personal cars as well. So about the exterior design of this car, again, it's a teasing of a production car, and what we want to do with the Renault design DNA, design language, is keep the historical values of the brand with very generous, soft, nice surfacing, together with more high-tech, technological, chiseled details, like the front lights, for instance, the grills, or some of the sharper lines on the car. So let's step into the car and discuss and detail all those notions. First, we were looking at recycled and recyclable materials. Of course, we push that as hard as we can, and there's 70% recycled materials in this concept car. Even 100 if I just look at what I can see from there. The seats, for example, what you want to do is push even one step further the recyclability of things. You want to anticipate that it's going to be easy to do. And the seat, for instance, the foam, the fabric, and even the stitching is made of the same material, polyester. So it's much easier to recycle than if it was different, various materials. The pigments we use on this car, actually, it's a very black and white car, as you can see, and we use a black pigment coming from the extraction of CO2 in the atmosphere. It creates a dark gray powder that we use for this. But other than this, there's no pigments whatsoever. Of course, we didn't want just a black and white car, so we created color in the screens, in the ambient lighting, and in those amazing pieces in the door panels and in the dashboard, which diffract light to create color. So you have those nice gradients of colors inside the car. But all this free of any pigment and all the chemicals that go with it. Now, if I step into the car, you'll see under me a floor made of recycled milk bottles and industrial piping. So we accepted that it would be black and white, and we created this really interesting graphical pattern because we wanted small bits to handle in terms of logistics and not one big single floor. So that's about sustainability. There's many other examples, but let's stick to this. And about safety now. Of course, there's passive and active safety in cars, but we pushed one step further there as well with this screen that's going from left to right, right at the bottom of the windscreen. And there's a camera in front of the car that can display what's right in front at the foot of the car, right in front of me. So it opens my vision angle. So when I drive slowly in the city, when I want to park my car, it's like I have a transparent hood on the car. I can see right in front of my car. So it's about safety. The other thing is the health monitoring. So there are cameras here and sensors in the steering wheel, and they know about my physical state. They know if I'm tired, if I'm drowsy, if I consume substances, let's hope not, if I'm able to drive or not. And the car will warn me. It will anticipate even possible problems. It will anticipate many things for me, and will reduce an extra 30% accidents through this. The third, after sustainability and safety, is inclusion. The most important, because it's about people, it's about human beings. And there's a face recognition system. When I approach this car, it will recognize me, it will unlock, open, everything will set itself nicely to my physiology. And even the screens, what's in the screens, will readjust itself depending on my preferences, my habits. The car will know about my habits. So that's a very interesting thing to adapt to each person using the car. Another thing about inclusivity is the sound bubbles we have on each spot, on each seat of the car. The sound bubble principle is that this person might want to listen to the news, the next person classical music, and maybe TV series in the back. And everyone will listen to exactly what they want without interference. That's one way to use it. The other is about communication inside the car. If I'm sitting in front and I want to talk to my kids in the back, it's hard to listen, it's hard to hear. I will turn around and I will put myself in danger already. So capturing the voice here and transmitting it into the back very quietly, very nicely, as if we were speaking naturally, is very nice for a cockpit, but it's also about safety. So that's about safety, inclusivity, and sustainability. What's really interesting about this concept car beyond all this is how much this thinking, those concepts, those innovations actually influenced the design or the aesthetics of the car. And that's a strong sign of our times. Creativity is not just intuitive, it's not just a thing that designers do on the table. It's about the thinking influencing the very aesthetics of things. And that's what makes this concept car very powerful.